Oh, fucking righty. What's up, everybody? It is I, Peter Joseph, here for a late night video right here on the official Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel. YouTube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there inside of my goddamn pants. It's there, trust me. But it is what it is. Or you ladies can find it later. But anyway. Please hit that like button. Subscribe to my channels, all down below in the gobbledygook, otherwise known as hell. Show your love and support. Leave a comment on any one of my videos that I do or have done in the past. But don't leave stupid comments, because you go bye-bye, so long, farewell, you're out of here. You know, if you don't like that, then, well, cry me a river, bitch. And that's it. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Gotta be real there, too, because you're out of there, too. Share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that goddamn bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because you miss anything, you need to get slapped in the fucking face. Because you're SOL. And you know what that means. And if you don't know, you need to get slapped even more. But it is what it is. Look it up. That's pretty much it for that. So, once again, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. And don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss anything. And if you're new here, and you're just floating around YouTube at this time of night, or day, whatever you may be, and you like what you see, you want more of it, hit that bell. Hit that bell. And most importantly, subscribe. And that's pretty much it. And when you do subscribe, welcome to the party, pal! We hope you enjoy the ride, and if not, hop off and go fuck yourself. But sit back, relax, grab a cold one, whatever you got, and enjoy the show. That's all I gotta say about that. Been doing this for a very long time, and I ain't stopping for nobody. I mean, there are going to be some pit stops along the way, coming up in a few weeks, actually. So, we have that. But that's in a couple weeks. Actually, from pretty much by this time in about 3 weeks, I'll be not here. Where? You wish you knew. But, it is what it is. But I will be back. I'm not taking a lot of time off. I'm taking a few days off, but near the end of this month, about almost a week, but a few days, and that's pretty much it. It's summer, you know, you gotta take a vacation, so it is what it is. But where I go, you wish you knew, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. But I'm gonna enjoy it. Get out of this godforsaken state. Even though it's warm, but, you know, I just want to get away. Like that, it's like that Lenny Kravitz song. I wanna get away! I wanna fly away! Yeah! Okay. I just probably killed your eardrums. Good! But I digress. I'm a better singer than you. Let me move on. I know the ladies loved it, but they want more of it, hoorah. And that's it. But yeah, I will be off this great website for a couple of days. I know a lot of people love that, but I wish it was forever. But not happening. Not gonna happen, my friends. So that's that, and then I'll be back pretty much for hopefully the rest of the summer. Probably will be for the rest of the summer, but we'll see what happens with that. Let me move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Tuesday night, July the 2nd, 2024, or for my replay crew, it is now July the 3rd, 2024. One more day, my friends, and then we got July 4th weekend. For some of you, a 4-day weekend, But after tomorrow, for some of you, you might have a 5-day weekend. If you're not working tomorrow, you're lucky. So, well, for me, it sucks. I gotta. But after that, I'm off. I'm off till Tuesday. Next Tuesday, actually. So I got that. But it is what it is. Time and a half, my friends. Gotta love it. That's pretty much it. Alright, hope you had a great day, everybody. I had a fabulous day. Today was great. Got a lot of things done. I felt, over the weekend, I felt a little, I was in some pain, and, I was in some pain, a little depressed, but got over it, got through it. But today, woke up, and God must have been shining his bright light down, because I got a lot of things done, and got some good news, but I'm not going to tell you. But my offline friends, they know. But for you people and certain people, I'm not going to tell you because you wish you knew. That's pretty much it. But I got some pretty good news today, and hopefully it continues through the rest of this month, going into the rest of the summer. But we'll see what happens with all that. But maybe some more good news coming by the end of the month. But we'll see. Maybe going into early August. Maybe something huge. But we'll see. We'll see. Just take it one day at a time, like we always do. Like we always do. Like my mom always says, take one day at a time. Don't rush. Just take it easy. Besides taking it one day at a time, take it use Andrade, take it from Andrade. Take it easy. Take it easy. Why are you so crazy? Take it easy. So, take it easy, like that great song by the Eagles. That's that. So, don't overthink things. Don't get upset when things are going bad. You might have a bad day, then the next day will be even better. Be a whole lot better, like a 360. But today was pretty damn good, and I'm happy about it. Hopefully, this rest of this week goes by pretty well too. Got July 4th weekend. Not that I'm doing anything on July 4th anyway. I might go to a barbecue. Who knows? It's not going to be great weather here. It might rain. It's supposed to rain Friday into Saturday, and maybe a little bit of Sunday, which sucks. But it's late, and maybe late Thursday. Late Thursday's going to rain, but mostly Friday and Saturday are going to be washouts. Not that I got to go anywhere. Friday, Friday I'm hoping the rain holds off so I can go shopping, because I need food. I need a lot of food too, but we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, I can go to the supermarket, and I don't have to take if I can't go Friday, and I definitely have to go Saturday. I still have a lot of food left, but I need to stock up for the month at least. But we'll see what happens with that. But the weather is not gonna be cooperating pretty much this weekend, except for maybe Sunday. So if I don't go Friday or Saturday, I'm definitely gonna go Sunday early, because I want to get home and gotta do some reviews and predictions. We gotta watch Heat Wave Sunday night. Now we got Money in the Bank on Saturday night with Collision. Oh, that's gonna be sad for Collision. Oy. We'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with that. But it is what it is. And that's that. But like I said, hope everybody had a great Tuesday, and even better Wednesday. As we're about to hit July 4th weekend. And pretty much we're about about 8.5 weeks away from Labor Day weekend, which is the unofficial end of summer. We still got 2 months to go of summer before we hit the fall. And then as soon as we hit the fall, you know what's coming up. Halloween, Thanksgiving will be coming up soon, at the end of November, which is strange, because usually it's like the last week of, not the last week, the third week of November, but this year is at the end of November, November the 28th. I think it's, yeah, November the 28th. And then after that, we got the greatest month in the world with the greatest days in the world. That's December. A lot of great birthdays. Ozzy's birthday, Maria Brink and Chris Howarth are in this moment. My birthday's coming up. I'm going to hit level 48. Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead, we played Rakuro. His birthday's the same day as mine, along with Jesus Christ the Lord. We got that. Hanukkah, I think it's around the same time as my birthday, which is crazy. And then, after that, we got the end of the year. 2024 will be gone before you know it. And then we start 2025. So we'll be at the midpoint of the decade. So, we'll see what happens with all that. But right now, we still got about 5.5 months to go of the year. We just started the second half of the year, so we got a long way to go. Long way. But we'll see what happens with all that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after 12 minutes of spiel, on this late Tuesday night, July the 2nd, 2024, right here on the Peter Joseph channel. By the way, I'm Peter Joseph, if you didn't know that by now. I'm a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling and anything else I feel like talking about. And if you like it, great. You don't, go fuck yourself. And that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. You don't like me, get off my channel. But you're going to stay because you love me. And you do. You bunch of hypocrites. That's it. We move on. Alright. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a cold beverage or whatever you got on this late night. Because it is time for your late night NXT review for July the 2nd, 2024. The go-home show before this Sunday night's NXT Heatwave event from Toronto at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. It should be a pretty good event. We only got 5 matches, like the usual NXT show. Sometimes you get 6, but most of the time you get about 5. But each match is usually a banger, so we got that. Alright. Tonight's NXT wasn't that bad. Pretty good show. We had a Fatal 4... We had the contract signing for the Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT World title. We had Trick Willie Simone. We had Ethan Page, Shawn Spears, and the young OG himself, Javon Evans, signing that contract to make it official for the Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT World title. That was the final segment of the show. We had a face-to-face between the NXT Women's Champion, 2 fucking hotties in that ring, Roxanne Perez, or Roxy, and Lola Faces. Woohoo! We had that. And pretty much, your typical go-home show. And it was, like I said, pretty decent. Not great, but decent. That's that. By the way, Raw last night, good rating. Almost a 1.9. Not bad. Well, it was I think the final rating was, 1.886 million views. Not bad. Not bad. Raw's starting to get there, But before you know it, they might be getting back up to a 2.0. Or higher. So Hunter is cooking right now. He is red hot right now. Last few Raws and SmackDowns have been pretty damn good. Especially with the Wyatt 6 last night. And then on SmackDown with the whole Rogue Bloodline storyline. Wait till Roman comes back. When Roman comes back before they go to the USA Network, they're gonna get big ratings on Fox. But yeah, fuck Fox with its stupid censoring, and then they blur out, they black out the screen for a little bit during a good segment. You know, WWE right now can't wait to get off Fox. But they're going back to the USA Network on Friday nights. So, don't know how to rate that. I think the ratings might slip a lot. They're going to get probably like what Raw is getting right now, like 1.6 to at maybe a 2, 2.1, maybe 2.2. But it's on the USA Network, not on a major network like Fox. Like Fox would have been for the last couple years. But now they're going back to the USA Network. Raw's going to Netflix, where I don't know how the rating system would be for that, but and then in October, NXT we're going to a major network like the CW11. That's going to get huge ratings. Staying on Tuesday nights too. Beginning, I think October the 1st, or whatever the first Tuesday is in October. So we got that, so it's going to be pretty damn good. And in October, you know, AEW is going to get preempted on Wednesdays because of Major League Baseball, with the start of the playoffs, the the wild card games, and then the ALDS and the NLDS, and then the Championship Series, the ALCS. So pretty much all of October, AEW is going to be preempted pretty much on most Wednesdays. So they're going to be live on Tuesdays, going head to head with NXT, and I think NXT is going to murder them. But you don't know. You don't know. I mean, AEW's rating went way up last week from 502 to 680-something thousand. That was a big jump from the week prior, when they just had their lowest rating ever for Dynamite. Now they're back to around normalcy. I mean, we'll have to see what happens tomorrow from Chicago with Beach Break. You know, coming off the aftermath of the last pay-per-view. So we got that. Forbidden Door. And now on the road to Blood and Guts 3 weeks from tomorrow. And then after that, AEW is on the road to All In 3 from London. And they got Dynamite and Rampage will be from London. So that's going to be a taped week, by the way. No Collision, by the way, that week, because All In's Collision. Well, the pay-per-view will start around 2 o'clock Eastern here, 7 o'clock UK time. So by the time, they might tape Collision and Dynamite the same night, or the next night, and then we'll see Collision afterwards, which I don't even think they should do that, but nah, they probably won't do Collision. I think Collision will be off that week, and then the week after, which is Bash in Berlin weekend, which is Labor Day weekend, Collision will be back live, I believe. We'll see what happens to that. And then right after the week after that, we got on that Saturday, September the 7th, I believe, is All Out. So there's not going to be a Collision that week, and then it's going to be back on September the week at I think it's September the 14th, somewhere around there, that area. So AEW is gonna get preempted. So I mean, we're gonna probably have like Rampage at 5:30 or 6:30 before we get to one of the playoff games and everything. And then, well, thankfully for TNT's sake, they don't have basketball, but they got hockey coming back. So, yeah, I don't think Rampage is going to be preempted during the start of the season, but once we get to the playoffs next year, we got all that. But I don't think it's going to be preempted that much as we hit pretty much November, December. So, but October is going to be the month where pretty much all the shows might be preempted. Dynamite for sure, because I think the American League Division Series, the ALDS, is on TBS, and then Rampage, we'll have to see about that. But and Collision will be on TNT. So I don't think Rampage and Collision will be affected going into October. But like I said, the NBA will not be on TNT. So, that's a good thing. But we'll see what happens with that when we get to October. Alright. Let's get back to NXT, the go-home show before Heatwave this Sunday. And let's start it off. Alright, so as always, we are emanating from the Capitol Wrestling Center at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. And as always, our commentary team, all the man with the creepy jacket and a lot of Starburst candy. You know he does. That's Vic Joseph and the two-time Hall of Famer, the man who smokes more weed than you do. That's a fact. And it's Booker T, sucker! Black Snoo. We have all that. Oh yeah, man! Okay, calm down, Booker T, please. It's late. Alright. So, we start off NXT with the ladies. Yes. And a street fight between two pretty hot-looking chicks, Mia Yim and Jada Parker. This was a brutal match. It was a banger. And who knew Jada Parker, who's from the streets, OTM, blah, blah, blah. Who knew that Jada Parker would put on a banger of a street fight match? This is basically in Mia Yim's wheelhouse. Because Mia Yim knows a thing or two about getting hardcore, and I'm not talking about with Keith Lee, but it is what it is. She knows a thing or two about ladders too, and she's just hardcore to the bone. But this was brutal. Chairs, we got bolts. That's new. I think I ever saw a match where they had like nuts, bolts, like you use to screw things in and shit like that. I don't think I ever seen that before, and I've been watching wrestling for a very long time and a lot of hardcore matches. I don't think we ever seen, bolts. A bunch of bolts, not dolts, bolts. Like a bolt on lightning, but bolts. I never saw that before. It was crazy as shit. Like the great Jay Briscoe, weak for the sky boy, would say. That was crazy. We got kendo sticks, like I said, trash cans. I think we saw candy as well. Yeah, candy. I thought it was Legos at first, but it was candy because freaking Mia Yim was like, hey, we're gonna pour them out. And then she gets, she just gave them out to the crowd at one point. I was like, free food. We got that. Anyway, but we started off with Mia Yim bringing out the trash can full of weapons, thinking she's fucking New Jack. Thinking Jerome. Hey, Jerome! Jerome! Get over here, you motherfucker! Ah, here he comes. You stubborn motherfucker. Yeah, Mia Yim tried to emulate you, when you used to come out with the trash can full of weapons, then basically beat the fuck out of people when and Natural Born Killers was playing throughout. You remember that, right? Yeah, I remember that motherfucker. Although, while that bitch was doing that, well, easy, because she's a hot chick, too, And she's going out with a big fat guy named Keith Lee. that guy's a big fat motherfucker. Exactly. See, for once we actually agree on something, motherfucker. Now, get out of here and go snort some coke, okay? Get out of here. Thank you, motherfucker. Yeah. So we got that. So she comes out with a bunch of weapons to start the match. Jada is sent into the ropes. Mia Yim grabs a chain, like a small little chain, because later on she had a big, huge chain. But she grabs like a mini chain and goes to like whip, like smack Jada Parker with it, but she missed completely, hit the steps. But Mia kicks Jada down again, sends her and a bunch of other stuff inside the ring. And then Jada blasts Mia Yim with a trash can lid. Ow. And then a Samoan drop puts Mia Yim down for a near fall. But she comes right back with a German suplex. Then she takes off her belt because she was wearing like some booty shorts. I was worried that those, I mean, God forbid those shorts just went whoop. We might have had full frontal, but it is what it is. So she takes off her belt, starts whipping Jada like a government mule. But after that, Jada sits Mia Yim on the ropes and sits on her stomach for a near fall. Ouch. They go to the outside. Mia gets a chair to the ribs, and then but she sends Jada into the ring post. Ow. To knock her down. And then Mia grabs a ton of chairs on the floor. She sets it up. Like, one here, one here, one here, one here. And then she puts Jada in the middle of that. Goes for a suicide flippy dippity doo. And oh my goodness, the way she landed. Ugh. She dove, and all you see is her face, just like, boom! Oh! I think she lost a couple of teeth. It was nasty. Kind of reminded me of Shotzi when she dove outside the ropes like that, and just landed, like, face first into the chairs. It was nasty. And a lot of people were like, oh, shit! We got that. And then, so then after that crazy as shit landing, Jada's running sexy hip attack, hits and breaks the barricade as, we go to break. We come back. Mia Yim piles a bunch of chairs in the middle of the ring. Then she pours out the bolts, and she tries to hit a package pile driver, a la my good buddy Kevin Steen. Jada counters that into a big backdrop, sending Mia onto the bolts and the chairs. Ow! Damn! But Mia somehow comes right back with some kendo stick shots to the leg and to the ass. That had to hurt. Jada then comes back, gets a trash can put over her. And then Mia hits a cannonball in the corner. Even at one point, they had a toolbox. Mia Yim pulls out like a wrench. She starts choking Jada with the wrench. And then Jada came back. She pulls out like a mini sledgehammer. That was fun. And then she pulls out a hammer. And then she sticks the freaking end of the hammer into Mia Yim's mouth. Ah! Like, all we needed was a screwdriver, put it in like Randy Orton style to Jeff Hardy's ear and, twist. Ah! Sick. We'll get that. Anyway, so she gets in the front of that. Mia then grabs a steel pipe. But Jada blasts her with a fire extinguisher, and it kept spraying. And I'm like, where is everything? Everybody was, even Vic Jones was like, oh, yeah. stuff like that. And then she goes for the sexy hip attack, and she knocks herself and Mia Yim through the wall, which is like right around where the balcony is. That was crazy. And then Jada throws Mia in, hits another running hip attack. 1, 2, 3, this long as fuck, brutal, hardcore match ends with Jada Parker getting the win in 12.5 minutes. This was great, and I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. That's pretty much it. But give Jada Parker a lot of fucking... Give her flowers for this match, because she went hardcore. And she really took it tough. She took a licking and kept on ticking, like Timex, you know what I mean? But an amazing match from Jada Parker. Probably her best match ever. And, beat Mia Yim at her own game. But in the process, she got her ass handed to her, literally, but... But it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so 3.5 out of 5 stars for that. After that, we go to the locker room. We have 2 more hotties. Carmen Petrovic is there getting, just there. Then we see Santino Marella's hot daughter, Ariana Grace. She's there, she's like... Carmen's like, what? It's like Stewie going to, going to Lois on Family Guy. Mom! Mommy! Mom! Mama! Mommy! Mom! 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 What? Hi. Anyway, so Ariana Grace starts annoying Carmen. Carmen's like, what do you want? And she's like, I gotta get something off my chest, this and that. Yeah, I bet. Get something off your chest. Like, Stack's dick. Right? But, I mean, it is what it is. So she's in the back, complains about Sol Ruka stealing her soul last week. And she's like, I'm not going to Heat Wave, and it's in my hometown of Toronto. I'm from Toronto. I didn't know that. But anyway, so she's crying like a little bitch. And then JC Jane and my girl Jasmine Nix come in, start mocking Carmen. I don't know why. Just because, like, hey, you with her. I get that. And then Carmen and Jasmine get into it. And we get a match later on between Jasmine Nix and Jasmine Nix and Carmen Petrovic. So we got that. All right, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we move on. All right, then we get the videos for the participants in the Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT World Title. We start with Javon Evans. He's all excited for his first PLE and is ready to come back over the border as the new NXT World Champion. Is it going to happen? No. Probably not. Probably not. I think Trick Williams is going to retain. I just can't see, like, Shawn Spears being the champ and being the face of NXT. Ethan Page, gets another shot, but he's not going to win. So, I think Trick Willie is going to somehow defy the odds, retain the title, and then go on through July and into August, and then who's going to beat him? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe Oba, but when he loses his North American title, I think Oba will go right to the title, right to the main event title scene, the world title scene. But I think by the end of the summer we might see Oba with the world title. We'll see what happens with that. All right, and all those videos I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. But we'll talk about the other ones later. Speaking of, and then we get another video, this time of the Women's North American Champion, Keilani Jordan, showing her gymnastics background. Okay, we got that. Alright, then we then we get back to the ring for more action, because a little less talk and a lot more action here on the show. As my ex-girlfriend used to say, Ashley Marie, but you knew that. But anyway, alright, then we go to our next match, tag team action player. We had Hank and Tank taking on British Strong Style of the man with bigger quads than Randy Orton. That's Tyler Bate and the Wuzzerweight Pete fucking Dunne. This was a pretty good match. Hank and Tank really almost they almost took Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate to the limit. 11.5-minute match exactly. So also with Tyler Bate and Hank starting it off. Tyler takes over with a head scissors, and then Pete fucking Dunne comes in, but gets run over by Tank, which sets up a double standing body block. Or shoulder block, basically. Get that. Then, Tyler Bate comes back in for a suplex on Tank, showing his strength. That was pretty good. And then Hank comes in again as we go to break. We come back with Hank coming back in to beat up Pete fucking Dunne, including a running boot to face. And then Tyler Bate gets dropped on the Pete Dunne, setting up a powerbomb top rope clothesline for a near fall. Not like the Doomsday Device or anything like that, but kind of looked like it. But anyway, we got that. Tyler Bate gets back up, sends both of them to the outside, goes for the flippy dibbity-doo, but Hank and Tank cut him off through the ropes. Then he hit running body blocks again to knock both of them off the apron. Then a big toss, launched him into the air on Pete Dunne into a bell-to-back suplex for a near fall. And then Tyler Bate comes back in and hits the airplane spin. Then he hits a spinning Michinoku driver. And then after that, he drops Tank, goes up top, hits Spiral Tap. Ooh, somebody's been watching AJ Styles tapes. So Spiral Tap gets the win for Pete fucking Dunne and Tyler Bate. But another great match. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And then after the match, you'll love to see it. A good old fashioned code of honor. By the way, NWO2 sweet. That's all I gotta say about that. Move on. But yeah, great match with Hank and Tank and British Strong Style, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. I would love to see a rematch with this. Let's run it back again. I would love to see that. Let me move on. Alright, then we get a video on Shawn Spears, who's back to win the NXT title in his hometown of Canada. Wonder if Peyton Royce is going to be there on Sunday with their 2 kids. No. We'll see. Perhaps with that. Alright, then we get a video from earlier in the day. We have Ora Menza of Metaphor. He met with Stevie Turner and Robbie E. Mr. Stone. Basically, they tell him what he has to do tonight. And he's like, oh, tonight, you can't face Ethan Page because of, Ava Raine said you can't, you're not going to Heat Wave because of what you did to Ethan Page and shit, so you're off the pay-per-view, which sucks for him. But tonight, you got a match against Miles Bourne, and then, we get that, and then Stevie Turner and Robbie E. start bickering amongst themselves, like 2 jilted lovers. I'm like, okay. One trying to get under the graces of Ava Raine. Oh well. Alright, so we got that. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Let me move on. Alright, there we go. Back inside the Capitol Wrestling Center for our next match. Back to the ladies we go. We got Izzy Dame taking on the resident cheerleader, Brinley Reese, member of the Job Squad with Idris Enofe and Malik Blade, who are I believe they're at ringside. But anyway, so it's also with Izzy slamming her down, hits a swinging side effect, interesting, to take over. Brinley fights back with a flipping clothesline, a flippy dippity doo clothesline, and they go outside. Then we see Tatum Paxley come out from underneath the ring, or through the wall, actually. That was creepy. She was in there the whole time? Anyway, so that distraction, and then she gets on the apron, does like the spider, like the late great Bray Wyatt would do. And that distraction let Brinley grab a fruit roll-up for a near fall, followed by another one for a near fall. But Izzy comes right back with a boot to face. Then she finishes off Brinley Reese with a Falcon Arrow. Surprisingly, that gets the win. 1, 2, 3 in under 3 minutes. Did I say under 3 minutes? I did. Alright. So, nothing to write home about. 2.25 out of 5 stars. And once again, Brinley Reese cannot get a win. Pretty much just like Idris Enofe and Malik Blade. All 3 of them can't buy a win these days. But it is what it is, and that's that. Alright, after that, we go to Chase U for a lecture about the history of NXT in Toronto. And Duke Hudson and Ridge Holland are talking in class. That's gonna get you some detention. That's that. Duke talks about how Ridge gave them an assist last week, even if they didn't need one. Then we see photos from last week showing Ridge Holland cheating, which didn't really sit well with everybody. Uh-oh. You got busted. And Ridge talks about how he wanted to be part of the family, meaning Chase U. I still don't understand why he's even in this gimmick, this storyline. Why? Going on for too long, too. But anyway, he wanted to be part of the family and try to help any way he could. But Mr. Chase asks him to stay after class. Well, actually, it's not stay after class. Stay in Orlando, Florida. Stay at the Performance Center while everybody else goes to Toronto for Heat Wave. And he's like, we're gonna go to Toronto, we're gonna come back 2-time motherfucking, he said motherfucker too, but it was bleeped as always, motherfucking tag team champions. They was like, yeah! And it looks like they will be the new champs because, as we've seen the last few weeks, A-Kid and Ben Frazier have been going back and forth because Ben Frazier has an ego problem. He's like, I want to get more gold, I'm going to go on speed. I got to beat Andrade for the speed belt. Whoop-de-doo. And then A-Kid's like, we got to focus on the tag team titles. Ben Frazier's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want, I'll do that, but I got other things to worry about. So, yeah, there's going to be a title change. Chase U will become the champs again. Probably losing to OTM or the Good Brothers, who, I don't know, but we'll see what happens with that. I just can see the NXT tag team titles being passed around like all the ladies in the back, but we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, I need a drink. It's getting hot. One, it's hot, because I had the air conditioner on, but I had to shut it off because I started getting cold. Now it's red hot again. So let's see what's that. Cheers. And just big as fuck. And that's pretty much it. Just watching CNN and everything. Interesting little day today. Yesterday the big news was the Supreme Court rendered a decision that former President Donald Trump is pretty much has presidential immunity in official acts, but unofficial acts it gets sent back to the lower courts, and they gotta deem what is an official act. And today, he was supposed to get sentenced next Wednesday, I believe, next Wednesday or Thursday. That got postponed till September, and then they were saying, oh, he might even get sentenced at all, because now he has immunity. So like, pfft. Lucky him, huh? And now, if he gets elected, which I hope he does, he can do whatever the fuck he wants, and he can pardon himself, so he can't get in trouble. Shit. I'm like, I wish I had that. I'd be immune to, do whatever the fuck I want. And not get in trouble for it. But we live in America here. You do something, you do something really bad, and you get caught, you're fucked. Pretty much. Do the time, you do the crime, you do the time. But fortunately for me, my record is peachy clean. I haven't done anything wrong in my 47 years of life. I made a few mistakes and bad decisions, but, and I had to take my lumps, even here on this great website, but I pushed through, and that's pretty much it. Even if I lost a lot of friends, and some respect, and, had a few arguments with my family, and the missus, but still, I persevered, and I rised above, I hate to use the Cena term, but I rose above all that, and I'm still chugging along. Life moves on, my friends. It's hard to get trust and respect back from the people you hurt, but eventually, especially with family, unless you do something really, really, really bad, but, families argue, but, after a while, it takes time to heal and everything, and then, you learn to forgive and forget, so, that's the way life is sometimes, but it is what it is. Alright, so, we will see what happens with Chase U. Like I said, I think they will win the NXT Tag Team belts, I think like they did last year in Toronto. We got that. DIY is going to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles in Toronto from A-Town Down Under. I think that match is Friday. Yeah, pretty much I think it's Friday because it's not on the card. So, we're going to get new tag team champions. So finally, Johnny Gargano and the Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa, are going to win those belts, where they won the NXT tag team belts. I think that was against, it was either AOP or FTR in that ladder match. That was epic, too. That was epic. But, so, DIY is going to return to the scene of their last tag team title win, and they're going to beat Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, because they're going to break up, and they're going to feud. They're going to have a feud, which I hope Austin Theory wins, because he's going to turn face. Maybe get back to the Austin Theory from Evolve. But we'll see what happens with that. Let me move on. Alright, so I gave the Chase U segment 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the face-to-face segment between Lola Faces, looking hot. She got them things hanging, if you know what I mean. Oy, she was looking fabulous. So she comes out, calls out Roxy, the NXT Women's Champion. So she comes out with 2 security guards. They all get in the ring, and It starts off with an awkward exchange about how Lola is an MMA fighter and Roxy would have gotten wrecked in NXT Underground, but this isn't Bellator. And there was an awkward moment where, like, maybe somebody forgot their line. I don't care if I forget my lines. I might go off script. I don't give a shit. You forgot your line, asshole! You're in trouble now. I'm like, so what? I ad-libbed. That's what I do. You know, like Mark Henry would say, that's what I do! Biz Mark Henry. But we got that. Anyway. Then Lola gets emotional, tells a great story. This is probably one of Lola Vice's best promos here. I loved it. Didn't shed a tear, but I was like, it was deep. It kind of got me in my feels, you know what I mean? So Lola gets emotional, talking about her mom. She's like, she talks about going to the training for the Olympics, and her mom got sick and everything. And then she's like, everybody knows your story, but nobody knows my story. And then she talks about, like I said, she was training for the Olympics, and then she starts crying because by the time she was 20, her mom got sick, and then by the time she was 20, she was fighting in Madison Square Garden, the Mecca, of course. And now she's going to beat Roxy, win the title on Sunday, and then call her mom to thank her. She's talking in Spanish. Blah, blah, blah. And then Roxy's like, damn, that got me in my feels too. I don't know how to respond to that. But the reality is that everyone in the locker room wants to make that phone call to their mama. But those calls are not going to happen, when I'm involved. And that was it. And then Lola's like, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna take your title, and I'm gonna become the first ever Cuban American. I thought she was Puerto Rican. I didn't know she was Cuban. But she's gonna become the first ever Cuban American Women's World Champion. And that's that. Then Roxy's like, well, you're gonna find out why I'm called a prodigy. Whoops. Sorry about that. As my notes went away. There they are. Alright. And then Roxy's like, I'm not gonna give up my title to anyone. And then, like I said, Lola's like, it's like, I'm gonna take it from you. I mean, she's like, I was like, I'll knock you out again and I'll show how great I am again on Sunday. And then she promised to become the first ever Cuban American Women's Champion. So she goes to leave, but then comes back. She's about to leave. Then she turns around, wicked back fist to one of the security guards, and everyone was like, whoa, whoa, whoa! And that's it. And then Roxy's like getting ready to fight, and the other security guard's like, hey, hold on here. But damn, that was a great promo, a great segment. And like I said, Lola Vice, an emotional promo, a fire promo, one of her best promos in NXT so far. I know she's not going to win the belt because Roxy is going to retain, and then Julia's going to maybe show up. I don't know if she may show up on Sunday. I would love it. If not, it might be after her her match at that show in Japan. I think is next weekend. So she might make an appearance at Heatwave or on Tuesday, and basically come in and make her debut. Her TV debut or PLE debut, and either have a stare down at Heatwave or on Tuesday, next Tuesday, she comes out and like everyone's like, oh my god, it's Julia! And then Julia gets in the ring and is like, me want title match! And Rock's like, Julia, you were so great in Japan. It's like, I beat, Maiko Satomura. Remember that? And basically after that she fainted. That was a brutal match for her. But Julia's a whole different machine there, Roxy. And pretty much you're in trouble. So, good luck. I mean, good luck on Sunday, but after you retain the belt, Julia is waiting in the wings, waiting to kick your ass. And I don't think, it's like, you might put up a good fight, but Julia's winning that title probably by sometime in August. Because, I mean, I don't know if there's no other pay-per-view, I think, till either September or October. We've got Halloween Havoc coming up in October, near the end of October, of course. But I don't know if there's going to be like an extra TV show, maybe the Great. Well, they got. I don't know if they're doing the Great American Bash, which will probably be on TV. For 2 weeks like they did last year. So I would think Julia gets a shot at either night 1 or night 2 of the Great American Bash, wins the title, of course, and then she's gonna go Asuka level. I'm not giving that belt up. Maybe go 512 days as champ, break Asuka's record. I don't see anybody breaking that record except for possibly Julia right now. I thought Io was gonna do it, but she only held it for almost 2 years. But no, a little over a year in NXT. The 2 reigns she had. I think the first reign I think lasted longer than the second reign. I could be wrong on that, but it is what it is. But nobody's gonna get to Asuka's level where she held the belt for almost 2 years. 512 days, and she was undefeated for over 900. And as we all know, WrestleMania 32, she lost to fucking Charlotte fucking Flair, horseface Charlotte Flair. When she could have lost to Ronda Rousey or somebody else, not Charlotte. Come on now. And pretty much it. That's it. By the way, before I go back to NXT, I was talking about Donald Trump and everything. With the whole what happened with the Supreme Court and everything. Yes, basically has immunity now. And then we talk about Sleepy Joe Biden, and most of today, and the White House is just, right now, it is a mess because of Biden's horrible performance at the debate, where Trump just he didn't even have to say much and whipped his ass. And now, all the Democrats, they want Biden to step down. They want him to, drop out of the race, and then they want to put Kamala Harris in it, as the nominee. That might be a little bit interesting with Trump and Kamala Harris. I mean, that's going to be a tight race instead of Trump basically, having a better shot with Biden still going on. But so they want Biden to just step aside and then basically have Kamala Harris go on the campaign trail and go up against Trump in the second debate in September. And right now I think she has a slight a little bigger lead on Trump if she did run. So that's going to be a little bit tough for Trump. So God forbid Kamala Harris is the nominee and she wins the election, becomes the first women's president. And everybody else, every hardworking male American is gonna hate that. Thank God we didn't get Hillary Clinton in 2016. But God forbid, Kamala Harris becomes the president of the United States, makes the country even more worse than it already is. Just stay out of it. Stay out of it. You got the vice president debate to worry about. Just don't even, alright? Now I'm reading Biden blames travel schedule for poor debate performance. Then he was like, oh, he had a cold, and people were thinking that he was high. He was high on cold medication, but the press secretary said he didn't take any cold medication before the debate and everything. Well, why, everything like that. So I'm like, we had that. So, craziness. And it's already July the 3rd right now, as of this video. July 3rd, we got pretty much 4 months till the election. So, I don't know what's going to happen, but I think the Democratic and Republican conventions are coming up this month, I believe. So, well, I don't know if Biden's going to stay the course and then get destroyed. Because nobody wants Joe Biden for another 4 years. I don't even think any American want him. Except for the douchebag Americans that actually believe this guy. They want him to stay for another 4 years because they don't want a democracy. They don't want basically Hitler, which is Trump, but they don't want to go back to 2016. Even though Trump from 2016 to 2020, it was some pretty decent years for America. But once the pandemic hit, Trump's handling of that was just bad. It was bad. The good thing was the stimulus checks. That was the good thing. Get like $1,000, sometimes $1,300. That was the shit. Wish we had that now, but can't. For what reason and why? You guys like, oh, we're gonna have all Americans get 4 stimulus checks a year for $1,000 to $1,500, but like there might be some like hidden things in that little bill or whatever. Yeah, you get the money, but you have to like qualify or some shit. I'm like, no, give us some money. I mean, the United States supposedly has so much money, but we're spending it on fucking giving Ukraine weapons and the whole thing in Gaza and Israel still going on. When we should be spending money on trying to, trying to fix the border and trying to fix the technology and shit. The infrastructure and everything. We should be just throwing money out that we don't, for no reason. But it is what it is. But I'm just saying. All right, let's get back to wrestling. All right, so we had Lola Vice with an epic fucking promo. Epic. I loved it. The whole thing. We're talking about her mom. She's crying, very emotional promo. And Roxy's like, got a little bit like, whoa, wait a minute. But then she's like, played the heel perfectly. She says, I respect you for, what you just said, but I'm still gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna retain my belt. And Lola's like, I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna take your title, and I'm gonna be called a prodigy. We'll have to see what happens with that. I think that's going to be the sleeper match of the pay-per-view. And I think that might be the match of the night. But, we'll have to see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave that segment 3.5 out of 5 stars. That's that. Then we go to Ethan Page, all ready to win the NXT title. So look at that. Alright, then we go to back. We have Catchpoint 3.0 of Miles Bourne, Mr. Eagleson, Charlie Dempsey, Damon Kemp, and the newest member of Catchpoint 3.0, as he won last week, Tavion Heights, and Damon still doesn't like Tavian Heights being in the group. So anyway, they're giving Miles a pep talk before his match with Aura Menza. They're prepping him before the match, and then Damon Kemp, who was not in the segment at the time, he comes in with some brass knucks and says, "You need to use the power in this and that." And Mr. Ego's son, Charlie Dempsey, is not pleased with that in any sort of way. So it's like, we don't need to use weapons. We need to use power. So shit like that. All right, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Then we go to, I think it was catering, and further in the back. Earlier this week, we had a segment with Lexis King. Interrupting Eddie Thorpe's DJing. I guess there was a little party in the back early in the week. So Lexis King comes in, talks about the music and everything, because I think it was like hip hop or some type of shit. Lexis King just says I come from people who love like Guns N' Roses and Metallica and Motorhead. I was like, yeah. Talk about Brian Pillman Jr., you're just speaking my language. Bring out some Guns N' Roses, some Foghat. No, not Foghat, but I'm just saying. Bring out a lot of metal, Megadeth. I was waiting for him to drop in this moment. I was waiting. Next time he's on Twitch, I'm gonna mention that to him. And it's like, hey, Lexus, great promo about, talking about metal and everything, Guns N' Roses and shit. It's like, hey, you ever heard of In This Moment? Imagine him saying, yeah, I know them. Or say, no. I wouldn't be mad if he doesn't know them. I'll just say, need to check him out. Good stuff. I was actually watching a lot of In This Moment reaction videos for some of their songs. Mostly the old stuff, like Daddy's Fallen Angel. And, my favorite song, that, and then I went on one reaction video, this woman, talk about the song, like I never heard it before, she never knew the story behind the song. She liked the song, she liked the riff, because, early In This Moment was just fucking epic back in 2007. So, I left a comment saying, great reaction, blah, 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 and basically told my story of, I've known In This Moment since 2005, so 19, almost 20 years knowing In This Moment, the great people that they are. Hi, guys! Like Jericho. But, and telling my story, how I met them, and basically, if it wasn't for In This Moment, I'd be dead right now. With all the depression and shit, suicide thoughts, But basically, I told her this content creator about the song that Daddy's Fallen Angel was written by Maria about her father raping her when she was a teenager, and is the father of her son Davion. That was that. So she got back to me saying, "Oh, thank you. Now I know. I thank you for all the information." Pays to be a DJ. Pays to know a lot about metal, working in the business. I also told her I was on stage with them in 2014 doing the Black Widow tour. Well, the Black Widow release party. By the way, 2 million plus hits still. Ha ha! You can't beat it. None of yous will ever get to that level. Never. It's not your video! Yeah, it is, because I'm in it. So I take credit for it. I still give credit to the band, of course. But I take a little small credit because I'm in the video. And my name is brought up. Oh, it could have been any other Peter. Well, it's just me. Mr. VIP. And you're not. So fuck you. Make all the claims you want. It's not my video. It's not even on my channel. But the intro where I got picked out of the crowd is... Not that it has like 2 million hits, but it has like 250 hits. I mean, not a nice round number, but still. But still, I proved with receipts that it was me in the video. So you can't say shit, motherfucker. You're just jelly. You're jealous of my success in real life. Because you'll never get 2 million hits in real life. You'll never be on stage with the greatest metal band in the land. Never. I was on a WWE video that had 5 million hits because Roman went past me. Big fucking deal. That's sports. Not the same as music, okay? So your 5 million hits gets trumped by my 2 million because it's music related. Yeah, you beat me in wrestling because I never been on TV. Well, besides Ring of Honor TV back in the day, but you know, that was on a major network. But you know, I don't even think that video of Eddie Edwards versus Bobby Fish from 2012, I think. You know, Supercard on a 7 weekend, which was they had Supercard on a 7 on a Friday night, and then Saturday afternoon, like right after that, they had the tapings the next day. It was insane because I got home like at 1:30 in the morning with Rosa, and then I had to go right back up. I had to get up early and then go right back to the Hammerstein, to the Grand Ballroom, because we're, the night before at inside the Hammerstein Ballroom. So I had to go up. I got up early. I was like pretty much the first couple people there, which is great. And then right after that, I met Jay Briscoe. As soon as I get into the Grand Ballroom, as soon as I got in, I went upstairs to the Grand Ballroom. As soon as I got in there, first person I see is Jay fucking Briscoe after he won the title from Kevin Steen the night before. And, Mark is there going nuts, and freaking, I say congratulations to Jay Briscoe. He put the old Ring of Honor, well, the new school, after Kevin Steen had it, then he changed the belt, the way the belt looks, not the old school Ring of Honor belt, which is now, they didn't go back to it, but the way it looks now, it's basically silver. And Mark has it now. When I met Mark, how many times I met Mark? Mark's crazy. But, so, I got the picture. I have the picture somewhere. I don't know if it's on my Facebook page. When I find it, I'll show you guys. But I had him, you can't see it. Mark and Jay freaking autographed my Final Battle 2012. Was this 2012? Yeah, 2012. Yeah, because I bought the DVD in 2000 and yeah, because I think I met him at 2013 with Supercard on a 7, I believe. Yeah, it was 2013. It was 2013 because Steen Generico was this is 2012. By the way, you can see me and Rosa in the first fucking match. Basically, when Roddy got sent into where me and Rosa were sitting and I lost my Coke, that's why Roddy still owes me a Diet Coke. Not a Coke, but... And I said it for years, it was Michael Elgin's fault. Now, upon further review, it was Roddy got sent into me and Rosa's section. It was crazy. We didn't think that they were gonna get sent into a section, but as soon as I saw the whip. I'm like, uh-oh. And then, Roddy was going to send Michael Elgin into our laps, and then, Michael Elgin reversed it, and Roddy hit right into us. The freaking barricade goes into both. I'm trying to protect Rosa, because that's what a real man does. But, I'm protecting Rosa, I'm protecting myself, even if I would have got destroyed if Roddy would have came into my lap. But thankfully for the guardrail. So, the guardrail comes back, I'm protecting Rosa at the same time, and then next thing I know, my drink, which is on the floor right next to me, is all over the floor. And I look down, I'm like, shit! And I go, you owe me a Coke! And then next thing you know, like right after the match ended, we were looking for somebody from the Hammerstein Ballroom. Found the janitor, thankfully. The janitor comes around and starts cleaning I think it was right before intermission. And then he cleaned it, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go. I went to the bathroom, and then came back, bought another Coke. Thankfully, this time I drank it during intermission, and not drinking it and then putting it down. God forbid that would have happened a second time, especially with during the Steen and Generico match, because they didn't get sent into the guardrail. My guardrail where me and Rosa were, but Steen's around my area. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Get fans and everything. I was like, yeah, go tell me. He's like, fuck you! And if you watch that DVD, there's times where you see me and Rosa, during the ladder match, actually, you see a lot of it. You see itty bitty pieces when the camera's like going like this way, because we're like over here, and the camera's like going from this way. And then you have an aerial shot, and you see me and Rosa like our sexy faces and shit. And there's points in the match where Rosa's like, oh! Especially the ending. After Steen hit the package power driver on the bridge ladder. Oh. Like, you see me and Rosa like looking up, right? And then after he hit it, the crowd's going nuts. And then you see Rosa like this. And then you see me going, he's dead! He's fucking dead! I would show it, but I don't want to because, nobody wants to see Rosa. Everybody's seen Rosa lately, but, not recently, but, I get people like, where's Rosa? You don't need to know, okay? Shut the fuck up. Jealous fucks. But it is what it is. Moving on from that. But, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff back in the day. Alright, anyway. So yeah, Lexus King interrupts Eddie Dope's DJing. He says, it should be more about old school metal. Yes. Brings up Guns N' Roses, Metallica, something like that. So Eddie's like, not so fast. And then, looks like we got a match probably next week on the program. So Eddie Thorpe, Nightwolf versus Lexus King. So we'll see what happens with that. But Brian Pillman Jr., oh, when I see you again on Twitch, I'm bringing all that metal talk up, baby. We're going to have fun. That's that. We move on. Now, everybody's playing Elden Ring on Twitch. The new DLC that came out. Holy shit! I might want to get Elden Ring. It is just the new one that came out. Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree, or whatever it's called. The DLC is amazing, and I'm watching Adam Cole, baby. The last few streams, he one-shot a boss. one of the main bosses. He gets he was fighting him. Then he gets to, like, phase 2 of the boss, and then he, like, hit it, one shot, boom, with one of the weapons he had. I was like, wait, he one shot this boss? Like, there's no way he can one shot this guy. And people, like, in his chat, like, it took me 50 tries to beat this guy, and this guy, freaking Adam Cole, the great gamer god that he is, beat him in one try with one shot. Like, one hit kill. Like, how does that happen? It's hard to get a one hit kill on a mega boss. But Adam Cole, baby, holy shit. He was on fire. I mean, yesterday he killed like 4 or 5 straight bosses. Some of them were hard as fuck. And he just like one first try chugs and everything. Amazing. And then today, he had like a 2-hour stream. He didn't play a lot of it, but tomorrow tomorrow he might play a little bit longer. We'll see. But yeah. He did pretty good today, too, one-shotting mega bosses and dragons and shit. And then, even leveling up at times. So. He one-shot that boss, he's like... Shit. By the way, Adam Cole's birthday's on Friday, so when on Friday comes, we must... go on Adam Cole's Twitter page, go on his Twitch, because I think he's going to have a special stream for his birthday. Probably Broski, Tyler Breeze. Which is his real brother, by the way. Yeah, some people didn't, I didn't even know that. I didn't know Tyler Breeze and Adam Cole were even related. I thought it was just Adam Cole and Tyler Breeze, 2 different wrestlers. I didn't know they were related. They're brothers. They're brothers. They're singing and they're happy and they're colored. Give me a high five. But yeah, Tyler Breeze and Adam Cole are legit real life brothers. By the way, go follow him on Twitch. Tell him I said hello. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. They won't know. He was like, oh, this guy named Peter Joseph said hello. And I'm like, oh, okay. Both know me very well. On Twitch. They follow me on Twitch too, so I thought that I do Twitch, but someday I might do Twitch, but probably when I get my new computer, hopefully, I won't have problems, recording and I have to learn, of course, it's a process, have to learn with the camera work and with the Twitch software and shit. Or I'll just, what I could do is, I did a test run one time. I did have a video that was recorded on StreamYard, and then I linked it to my Twitch page, and then so I put it up on Twitch. So it's not there, obviously, which sucks. I recorded it. I thought it was gonna stay there, and then I just don't. I was looking for it to rewatch it and everything. And it's not there. I'm like, what the hell happened? Where'd it go? So, I recorded I think it was an hour video, a couple years ago. It's not even there. But I do have a Twitch channel, I just don't have any videos on it yet. But maybe, just maybe, we'll see what happens with all that. Maybe, if I decide to leave YouTube for forever, well, for a while, I'll go to Twitch, Just have to learn the software, learn everything, modding and everything. It's gonna be an adventure, but we'll get through it. But never say never going to Twitch, but I just rather have Twitch just to watch Adam Cole and besides Adam Cole, I watch Broski, Tyler Breeze. I watch I watch a little bit of Kenny, Kenny Omega. Claudio has a Twitch. Talking about coffee. No, he doesn't talk about coffee. My name is Claudio. Welcome to my cafe. We're going to drink coffee. So I follow Claudio. I follow Dakota Kai. I follow Mia Yim. I follow Rosemary. Of course, I follow Rosemary on Twitch. Not that she's on Twitch that much, but her other good friend Jessica Havoc is on Twitch. I don't watch a lot of her streams most of the time, but we got that. I think Samoa Joe had a Twitch. I think AJ Styles had a Twitch that I follow. They don't do videos anymore. But mostly it's like, I watch like Rosemary, or I watch a little bit of Rosemary when she's live. Selena Vega I'm also following on Twitch. So, most of the wrestlers that have Twitch, I follow. Even Xavier Woods, Up, Down, Down. Good stuff. Good stuff. But mostly, when I go, mostly on who I mainly watch on Twitch is Tyler Breeze and Adam Cole, baby. But, sometimes I'll frequent, like, Jessica Havoc chat. Or if Rosemary's does a live gaming stream, I'll go in there, talk about Abaddon, how about how Rosemary fears Abaddon. But, by the way, Abaddon, right over there. My demon friend. And that's pretty much it. And we move on with that. Alright, let's talk about. By the way, to all my great fans in Jamaica, batten down the hatches. Hurricane Beryl, Cat 4 right now, about to slam and destroy the island of Jamaica today, or later today, and then it's gonna keep going like a west-northwest track, then maybe to a northwest track. So, but it's gonna cross over Cancun, Mexico, probably by the weekend, and then maybe just dissipate as it goes over land into central Mexico. But it could make a turn up the Texas coast and hit Texas, like Corpus Christi, and maybe on the east side, San Antonio and everything like that. So. But it's going to be like a lesser hurricane, probably like a Cat 1. But it is what it is. But yeah, this year is going to be insane because, the water temperature is going to be red hot, so a lot of storms are going to form. I think it's El Nino is around. So, instead of El Nino, we got El Nino, which is different. So it's gonna be more, more hurricanes, more Cat 3 to Cat 5 plus. I mean the climate on Earth is just rapidly rising every fucking day, every fucking year. So I can imagine next year they're going to get even more hurricanes. Depending if it turns back into an El Nino type pattern, but see what happens with that. But yeah, it's gonna be an active hurricane season, and especially in the Northeast, who knows what's gonna be of this winter? I mean, we might get blizzards galore. I feel like Buffalo, 76 inches of snow on the ground. Can't get out. What are we gonna do? We have no power. Can't get out. We're fucked. Pretty much, you're fucked and your back is shattered. And my back is already messed up as it is. But it's getting better. It's getting much better, actually. It's getting much better. But these days it hurts. It hurts a lot. So I have to take some painkillers. But over the last week or so, yeah, pretty much over the last week, it's been pretty much on and off excruciating pain. But I'm learning to deal with it. But it is what it is. And next week I have a minor surgery, so I'm getting an epidural on my back. And after I get that, look at my pain management doctor is gonna say, oh, okay, see how you feel in about 3 months, and if you still feel like shit, if you're still in pain, come back. We'll give you 3 more cortisone shots, which is not fun, but we got that. But the surgery is like an in and out thing, like my dick in your mom's ass. But I'm in. I don't know if they sedate you. You might get sedated for a little. They might drug you up a little bit, or they might either inject you with Novocaine, not Novocaine. They'll numb you so you don't feel the epidural. It's like a tiny pinch. That's what Rose is telling me. So I'm just gonna get a tiny pinch, and then bing bang boom, I'm done. Have to get dressed because I'll be in a surgical gown and everything. And then 10 minutes, I'm like done. I'm like, that was quick. So you okay? I didn't feel a thing. Then I come home. Probably be home about between 1 and 2. My thing's at around noon. So after that, I'll be home in the afternoon, and then pretty much I can't go anywhere. I gotta stay home and rest for a little bit. Then when I get up, I gotta move around because I can't just lay down on the couch and in bed all day. Because I gotta make sure I gotta have the epidural has to go through the back and everything. So I have to be active. I can't be too active, of course. But so basically, next Friday and Saturday, I gotta stay home because I can't go out anywhere. And I might have to take some painkillers. Well, I definitely have to take some painkillers when probably the afternoon or most likely next Friday night. With food and everything. So, God forbid, I'm in tremendous pain. After I rest for a little bit, I get up, I'm still in tremendous pain. I gotta take like 6,000 painkillers to just to feel better and reduce the pain. But anyway, yeah. By next Sunday, I should be pretty much back to hopefully 100 around 75 to maybe 90%. But so after Sunday, then we'll see what happens going through the rest of July and into August, and pretty much August, all of August, and then if it still hurts by the end of August, then I gotta make another appointment with my pain management doctor to get more cortisone shots in my back. Hopefully, I got diagnosed with levoscoliosis in my back because I have some bulging in my not so much herniated discs. That would be really bad, but I might need full back surgery, and I have to use a walker. I feel like my brother from another mother, you great man, you remember that, but because he got back surgery and he was using a walker for a while because he was like so hunched over, and it was like insane. So can't go anywhere. Still can work, but I might have to take it easy. Like I'm doing now, but still can work, make money, or I guess it can't work anymore, and then see what figure out what happens after that. But anyway, yeah. So I'm going in for a little minor surgery. Not gonna be a big thing. Like I said, in and out. Come home, rest up a little bit, maybe take a couple painkillers just to feel better, and then pretty much by next Sunday I'll be good as new. Hopefully, but I'll feel much better. Because after I got the cortisone shots about a week or so ago, you know, it took a couple of days. You know, I had to stay home for a couple of days. I had to take a couple painkillers. You know, one in the morning and one at night. Well, actually, the first day I had to take two, and then one at night. And then the day after that, I just took one, and I was fine the entire day. And then last weekend, I had basically no pain. I was feeling much better. I felt like a new man and everything. You know, but even though, you know, I had a couple good days where I had no pain in my back, but pretty much the last 2.5 days, you know, the pain has come back a little bit. You know, even after I walked to the I did a little bit of light walking. I walked a little bit, like 15-minute walk, came back. My legs are killing me. My back started tightening up, so I had to come back, take a nice like warm like a warm shower just to get, you know, have the water get on my back and just release the pain in my back, and then rested up in my bed, and then got back up. I felt a little bit better. It was good, but you know, but it is what it is. But anyway, to all my friends in Jamaica, please be safe and you know, stay strong. I know it's gonna be like a Cat 3 to Cat 4 hurricane, and it's gonna be a lot of damage. But you know, so just be safe. Search for higher ground or get out of the goddamn country. Go to Florida. Go to Cuba. Just get out of there. You don't want to stay in Jamaica when that thing hits. 120 mile an hour winds, gusts to like 150, like Cat 5 level. It's gonna be insane. But yeah, it's gonna be a ton of damage, but you know, it's gonna take a lot of time to rebuild everything, and that's what happens during the summer. You have all these hurricanes coming through. It is what it is, but I mean, thank God it didn't hit Puerto Rico. You know, I had to really worry about Isa. I mean, a couple of years ago, I think it was a Cat 4 or a Cat 5 went through Puerto Rico. It was just insane down there. And it took a while for Isa to get back online because they lost a lot of power. So it took weeks, almost months to get power back, and then had to rebuild all the homes that were messed up. But it is what it is. But you know, right now it's July the 3rd. We're not even in peak hurricane season. But you know, I'm hoping no big catastrophes happen over there. No big Cat 3, Cat 5 storms hit Puerto Rico with a direct hit. That would be really bad. And I really would have to worry about Isa and her family. So, and all the people that live in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and everywhere else in Puerto Rico. So, but I mean, we'll see what happens. But right now, it's not even the peak of hurricane season. But you know, we already had our first major hurricane, and there's another one that was behind Beryl, but it looks like it's gonna hit wind shear and just get ripped apart. So right now we're at two named storms, and they said it's gonna be about 17 to 22 storms. So won't get to like, you know, the Walter. I think there's a W. The W is Walter, and then we'll get to Y, which I don't even know the name of Y, but because we don't do X, they don't do Z. And then after they get to pretty much Y, they go to the Greek alphabet, like Hurricane Alpha, shit like that. They used it once. I think once in the last few years they went to the Greek alphabet. I think we had Hurricane Alpha and Beta. I was waiting for Hurricane Sigma. Then played a Mega Man X team. That's a great game. Mega Man X 1, 2. I think there's a a couple of them. But in any case, we move on. All right, let's get back to wrestling. No more fooling around. All right, so we get to Miles Bourne and Ora Menza with the rest of Catchpoint 3.0 there. Mr. Ego's son, Charlie Dempsey, Damon Kemp was there, and a new member, Tavion Heights. They're there. Ora Menza comes out with the two ebony hotties that I love to be the cream in their Oreo cookie. That's Jakara, Miss Jackson if you're nasty, and the beautiful Lash Legend. Get shit done. Looking amazingly hot, both of them. We got that. Almost an 8.5 minute match. It was a meh match. Damon Kemp tried to offer Miles the brass knucks, but that distraction let Ora Menza hit a running spin wheel kick, like a spinning knee to the arm, basically, knocked Miles Bourne out. 1, 2, 3. So Ora Menza gets the win. And, Mr. Ego's son, Charlie Dempsey, and Tavion Heights were not happy people with Damon Kemp. And I think Damon Kemp's going to get kicked out of Catchpoint. Not that we care, but that's that. Alright, then we get a video from Wes Lee, ready to win the North American title. But then, that was a very good video, because he's talking, and then we see the shadow of Oba Femi kind of like go over him. That was freaking creepy. That was great. And then we see Oba, Wakanda Forever Oba, the North American champion, doesn't see it that way. The same way. He's like, I'm gonna beat you, and you're never gonna get a title shot as long as I'm the champ. And Wesley's like, if I lose this match, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. We got that. Alright, then we go back to ringside. We have Vic Joseph and Booker T talking, but then Vic's like, we have a brawl in the back. We need to get the camera out there. So they go to the back. We see Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igve fight with Gallus, like I think they did last week. So we got that. I think there's going to be a match next week on the program. So that's that. We move on. Then we go to Edris Enofe, Malik Blade. They're not happy with Brindley Reese's loss early in the night. So it's like, well, I guess I'm going to go to the gym. If you want to come, you can. So, they're still searching for a win, but right now, it looks like they're going to break them up. I mean, do I care? No. I don't care about all three of them at all. I don't. We move on. And then, as they leave, Gallus and Anderson, the Good Brothers, by the way, too sweet for the love of God, they come in, and they want revenge on Bronco Nima and Lucius Price, OTM, and it looks like they challenge them to a street fight. And then Carl Anderson's like, hey Lucius, how's your jaw? So it looked like we might get I thought we were gonna get a street fight next week, but I'm not sure if they're gonna do that. But we'll see what happens with them next week. That's that. All right. Then we go back inside the Capitol Wrestling Center for our next match. More women's action. We have Carly, don't call her Rainbow Bright. Becky, did you say Rainbow Bright? You idiot, Lurky. So yeah, Carly, don't call her Rainbow Bright, with my girl Kendall Gray at ringside. Takes on Wendy Choo Choo, the evil Wendy Choo Choo. Had a nice little blindfold that said dead inside. Nice. I think Wendy listens to some metal too, because Dead Inside, I think it's not a metal band, I don't think, but good stuff. Alright, this was like a 4-minute match. Carly got in a few moves, but then Wendy Choo Choo gets her knees up. After I think Carly was trying for a dive, and Wendy got her knees up to cut her off. Then she locks in a seated Cobra Clutch, nasty looking, and Carly screamed and then tapped out in just about 4 minutes. And what is Kendall Gray gonna do? She just stood on the outside and looked pretty. That's it. And we get all that. Alright, so Wendy Choo Choo still undefeated in her, in her comeback and her new look, new evil look. And that's that. We move on. Alright, so 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then we get the final video from Trick Willie. He's all ready for Heatwave to defend his belt against Shawn Spears, Ethan Page, and Javon Evans. We got that, and that's gonna lead us into the contract signing. We got that. But before we get that, Vic Joseph and Booker T kind of bring up the whole Brooks Jensen situation. It's like, well, we can't really talk about it, but this man will talk about it, and that's the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. So Shawn Michaels talks about the Brooks Jensen situation. I was like, wow, I knew this was a storyline. I knew it. I knew it all along. See? Gotta read the fine print once in a while. So he talks about the situation, saying that that there were rumors that Jensen got released, but that was not the case. After his split with Josh Briggs, he just went mental, started drinking, and just acting weird. So basically they told Jensen to stay home, to take a sabbatical, to get his head right. And then pretty much he just went mental, saying that he got released, and he's not, he wasn't getting booked anywhere. He was like getting drinking a lot and everything. People were actually concerned about him. Yeah, I think his wife was concerned about him. So got that, and then Jensen's like going after Vic Joseph for no apparent reason. So I was like, I think I said, I bet you they make this a storyline. And what happens? I was right. They make it a storyline. So then HBK's like, if it was anybody else, we would get rid of him. He would really get released. But HBK's like, well, he's part of the NXT family, and I believe in giving out, second chances. So he invites Brooks Jensen back to the Performance Center next week to have a sit down with Ava Raine to discuss his future. So I don't know how that's gonna go. I think he's gonna probably sit down and like yell at Ava Raine, but not that she did anything. It wasn't her choice. So he's gonna sit down with her, saying, "Hey, what are you gonna do for me?" Don't answer that. But what are you gonna do for me? Shawn Michaels brought me here to talk to you about my future. We're gonna see what happens. So it's like they'll maybe put Brooks Jensen against Trick Williams or some shit like that. Not that I want Brooks Jensen to become the world champ, but they're probably gonna do something with him. It's gonna be like he's gonna get like a monster push, and then they're just like, well, that experiment didn't work. Now you're getting really released. We'll have to see what happens with that. But interesting little thing. I'm surprised they even talked about it now. Over the last couple weeks and stuff. Anyway, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, they're going to Kari Petrovic and Jasmine Nix. JC Jane at ringside, looking, cute. She had that, the double mask with the dashing JC Jane. So anyway, we get that. Match lasted under 4 minutes. JC offers a distraction, which allowed Jasmine to hit that beautiful Pele kick of hers. 1, 2, 3, she gets the win. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then that's it. And then we go to the locker room. We have A-Kid and Ben Frazier arguing over them defending the tag team belts rather than Ben Frazier's singles goals, like, going to Speed and facing Andrade for the Speed title and shit like that. So we'll see what happens with that. But like I said earlier in the program, in my review, that they're gonna lose the tag team belts to Chase U, And I think after that, Ben Fraser's probably going to turn heel, and then A-Kid and Ben Fraser are going to have a little feud, which is going to be epic, but see what happens with that. We move on. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to Ava Rain's office. We see Carmen Petrovich come in, and Carmen's all mad about JC getting involved and everything. And then Ava's like, "Oh, I'm glad you're here because your best friend Ariana Grace is going to team with you in a tag team match against JC Jane and Jasmine Nix, which I think is going to be next week on the program." And Carmen's like, "Where's Natalya? Where's Natalya? I got a headache." Well, Natalya's contract is pretty much going to expire, and she might go to Impact. She might be a Slammiversary. So she either signs with Impact, or retires, or God forbid goes to AEW to kind of work with the women's division there. We'll have to see what happens with that. I think she's better off going to Impact. I mean, what would Tony Khan even do with Natalya? Put her in Ring of Honor, most likely. Sorry, Ring of Horror, but... So we'll have to see what happens with that. But looks like we got a match next week with JC Jane and Jasmine Nix taking on Carmen Petrovich and Ariana Grace. And that's pretty much it. Moving on. Alright, so I get a 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get a great video on the resident surfer girl, Sol Ruka, and her athletic background. So, nice little hype video for Kaylani and Sol Ruka, who will do battle for the Women's North American Championship at Heatwave. I think Kaylani will retain, but we'll see. It's that. Alright, after that we get the Heatwave rundown. Then it's time for the contract signing for the NXT title match with Trick Williams, Ethan Page, Shawn Spears, and Javon Evans. Pretty good. No moderator. It was just the four of them in the ring. Like, Trick was sitting next to Ethan, and Javon was sitting next to Shawn Spears. So you knew somebody was going to go through a table. So anyway, so Trick says the other three are going to bring it in Toronto, but the fans are going to be chanting, "Whoop that Trick! What? Whoop that Trick! Oh yeah, man, I like it. I like it." Okay, calm down. Forget that. So Ethan loves the swagger from Trick, but he saw it, and he saw that at Battleground, and he knows that, Ethan's like, "I know I can beat you at Heatwave." Trick still promising the win, and then Shawn Spears says, "I love the emotion, and that is going to bring me the title, just like it got him a win last week over Javon Evans." Evans then mocks Shawn Spears, calls him out for being young, and then Shawn Spears is like, "Well, you're just 20 years old." So Evans then signs the contract. Spears talks about how Javon is at his first major pay-per-view, and then Shawn Spears signs, hands the contract down to Trick and Ethan, but not before Javon promises to win the belt, which he won't. Excuse me. Alright, so Spears says, shrugs that off, like, okay, whatever. And then he hands Trick Willie the contract, but then Ethan Page takes it away from him and signs it before him. Trick then says it's every man for himself, praises Javon for his, tenaciousness, even at a young 20-year-old age. But even with all that, promises that no one is going to take the belt from him. And then they argue amongst themselves. Then they have a fight is going to happen. A fight breaks out. Ethan Page and Shawn Spears get put through the tables, and that basically ends the show with Trick Willie and Javon Evans kind of like standing in the ring, staring at each other down and celebrating and shit. And that's pretty much it. But Trick has a 25% chance of retaining the belt to go along with a 75% chance of him not winning the belt, and the 33 and the third chance that Scott Steiner might show up and teach us Steiner math all over again. But I think Trick is gonna win, and then I think he's gonna lose it to probably Oba or maybe Wesley. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with that. Alright, so that segment I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. And that's it for NXT. So thank you all for watching, ladies and gentlemen. NXT, pretty solid, so I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show down below in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think of the show. And that's that. Predictions for Heatwave will be coming on Sunday, early Sunday afternoon. Along with, probably do Collision on Saturday night in its, right time. And then Sunday, I might do, my review for, I have to see how it goes. I'm definitely gonna do Money in the Bank. I might do Money in the Bank Friday. So, because I doubt they're gonna add anything to the card on Friday night. Because it's live and from Toronto. So I'll do the predictions video, and if something does get added, and then I'll just put it in the comments section of the video. So I'll do that, so that way I can have an open Saturday if I have to do an extra video. But if not, then Saturday night I would do my Collision review. After the pay-per-view ends, I'll do Collision before I go to bed. And then Sunday, I'll do the review for Money in the Bank. And then, early in the afternoon, then probably, a couple hours before Heatwave goes on the air, I'll do, I'll do, my predictions video for Heatwave. And then probably will be Monday afternoon. Monday afternoon, early Monday evening, I would do my Heatwave review right here on the channel. So that's that. So hit the bell, turn on all notifications, so when those videos go up, you'll be the first to know and the first to see it. And that's pretty much it. So once again, 7 out of 10 stars for NXT. It's a pretty solid show, and that's it. Tomorrow night we got Dynamite Beach Break. We're going to hear from Mercedes Moné. She's going to have a double championship celebration segment. And then we're going to hear from Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. So we're going to hear from her. We got the semifinals of the Owen Hart men's and women's tournament. We got the bastard Pac and Bryan Danielson with that match. We also got Jeff Jarrett and the wild card, who could be either Ricochet making his AEW debut because his contract ended on Monday, and then they were saying he's gonna sign with AEW, so he could show up in Chicago tomorrow night and be the wild card and probably beat Mr. Jeff Jarrett, or it's gonna be the Hangman Adam Page because they had. They showed the vignette that was shown on Collision and then at the pay-per-view as well. So, we'll see what happens with that. I don't think any other matches that I heard, but we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Dynamite. And that's it. Then on Thursday, July 4th, we got Ring of Honor and the TNA Impact Wrestling tapings. We got that. So, I might do both reviews late, probably late, not this late, but probably late, probably late Thursday after I get home from, if I do, I may go out, I'm not sure, but probably, during the day I might go out, but when I'm gonna probably be home watching the fireworks display, and then maybe in between watching Ring of Honor and TNA. We got that. So, Thursday night, TNA Ring of Honor review on the main channel, Kill Demon 669. And then Friday afternoon, I would do Money in the Bank predictions on TSL number 33, and then after that we got SmackDown and Rampage. After Rampage goes off the air, so probably late Friday night I'll do SmackDown and Rampage on the main channel, and then Saturday I will Saturday, well, we're not going to really do much until we're going to wait till Money in the Bank goes on the air, and then, like I said, after Money in the Bank goes off the air, I will do my Collision review. I'll watch Collision and then live tweet with Collision on my Twitter page, and then I'll do the video, and then Sunday I'll do my Money in the Bank review. I'll do my Heatwave predictions. And that'll be your 2 for Sunday. And then on Monday, Monday evening, I'll do Heatwave review. And then your Monday night Raw review, the aftermath of Money in the Bank. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with that. So please hit that bell. So when those videos go up, you'll be the first one to see it, like I said before. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I am out of here. I am about to pass out. And that's it. So, hope everybody has it. Excuse me. Hope everybody liked the video. If you did, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button on this channel, my other channels as well. All the links are down below. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to hit that bell, like I said, for more. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I will be back tomorrow night with your Dynamite review, and if anything else comes your way tomorrow, I will be here to talk about it. But if not, then your Dynamite review late tomorrow night, right here on the Peter Joseph channel. But thanks everybody for watching. Have a great Wednesday. And July 4th is almost here, my friends. July 4th weekend is almost here, so have a great day at work tomorrow if you are working. And after that, you're pretty much off for the weekend. And hopefully you be safe if you're going anywhere. Traveling, be safe, be well. If you're going to the beach, depending on where you live, go to the beach. Have fun. All you ladies wearing those thong bikinis, and you're having your tatas just popping out. Have fun doing that, getting a nice little tan. And everybody else having a barbecue on July 4th, be safe and be well. And that's pretty much it. So, to everybody, have a safe and happy July 4th weekend. We'll talk about it on tomorrow. And then on Thursday, I'm not going to do a vlog. I usually would do a vlog on July 4th, but we're really not doing anything that day, so why do it? But we'll see what happens with all that. And we will move on with that. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! And that's it. You don't like it? Tough shit. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, peace.